Player-led teams are the best teams, and everybody know that, all right? So make sure you're not afraid to do that, all right? You just looking out for your brother for love of the game and that common goal that we all chasing. Clap it up.
Advised, my OnlyFans is now 20% off.
Weirdos are gonna come after y'all.
Prime got draws, man. What's wrong with y'all? Prime got draws with great packaging.
Oh no. I don't know who told you that.
Something ain't adding up. Coach Swayze versus Coach Moe. The strength debate Buff Nation is afraid to say out loud. Buff Nation. Look, I've been trying to stay quiet about this one. Really? I tried to mind my damn business. I tried to just cheer on the boys and not dig too deep. But after 10 straight weeks of scrolling these game day injury reports like they're CVS receipts, hell no, we gotta talk. Not disrespectfully, but honestly. Because something ain't adding up. Let's rewind for a second. Last season, year 2, under Coach Prime, we had a lot going on. New roster, new staff, new system, new everything. But one thing we didn't have, half the roster in street clothes every Saturday. And the man who was responsible for keeping our boys upright, conditioned, explosive, hydrated, fueled, and locked in was none other than Coach Maurice Sims, a.k.a. Coach Moe, the man with the booming voice, the midnight sunrise work ethic, and the you gonna get stronger whether you feel like it or not energy. Under him, players weren't just teammates, they were a damn track team with shoulder pads. Guys were cutting body fat, building muscle, and flying around the field, showing off in injuries. Yeah, we had some. Every team does. But this? Not like this year. Not even close. This year, under our new guy, Andreu Swasey, it feels like somebody whispered a curse onto the weight room. Every single week, a new starter is out. Another guy goes down. Another one questionable. Another doubtful. Another game time decision. Another with a club on his hand. Another one limping off the field, waving for help. Bro, we've had enough injuries to fill an entire Madden roster screen. Now, let me say this clearly. This is not an attack on Coach Swayze. That man is respected. That man is proven. He came in here with big credentials, big expectations, and big intensity. But Buff Nation, be honest, we've never had this many dudes hurt all at once. Just scroll those images again. Half the secondary is out. Half the defensive line is out. O-linemen dropping like they're running Windows 95. If you know, receivers gone. The whole RB room is in rehab. Even the trainers need trainers at this point. And look, I'm not saying it's the strength program. I'm not saying it's the conditioning. I'm not saying it's the workload. I'm not saying it's the switch from Coach Moe to Swayze. I'm just saying something changed, and as fans, we can see the difference.
Y'all put in today, man. As you can see, stuff is starting to get a lot cleaner. We'll still be out here running right now. If this was last year, all right? So that means we doing a lot of good things. The leaders are leading, all right? And with that being said,
under Coach Moe, players look bigger, faster, healthier, more explosive, and more durable. Under the new regime, starters are dropping every week like infinity stones. And again, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not trying to start drama in the building or mess with anyone's job. I'm just asking the question that every Buff fan has whispered for months. Is something off with the strength and conditioning? Because maybe it's recovery process, practice intensity, workout structure, nutrition, prehab, rehab routines, overtraining, undertraining, the physical toll of a long season with limited depth, the roster construction, or just plain old bad luck? It could be anything. But here's what makes it crazy. Everybody saw how well Coach Moe's system worked. The players loved that man. Guys swore by him. And he's proven. Look at his resume. Look at the bodies he built. And then the man goes off and gets the Houston Texans Bill Walsh Fellowship and Associate Athletic Director position. A massive career jump, national recognition, and the players still talk about him. Meanwhile, our roster this year looks like it's been fighting with a vending machine. All I'm saying is, if we can question quarterbacks, if we can question O-line rotations, if we can question the play calling, if we can question the cornerbacks, if we can question the media, if we can question the refs, if we can question who's packing Folsom Stadium lights, then we can lightly, respectfully, calmly ask the question, why are we getting hurt so damn much this year? Because even Coach Prime said after the game, there's going to be changes. And Buff Nation knows that means everything is on the table. Coaches, assistants, interns, schemes, philosophies, strength and conditioning, nutrition support staff, the damn team DJ, if necessary. And that's not us being dramatic. That's prime energy. We ain't here to start beef with Swayze. We ain't here to drag the man. We ain't here to disrespect anyone's work. We're here to protect the program because we love these boys. We love this team. We love this school. And we want everyone to be healthy, strong, fast, durable, and available. At the end of the day, maybe it's just a bad year. Maybe it's the roster turnover. Maybe it's bad luck. Maybe it's depth. Maybe it's chemistry. Or maybe it's something we'll never know. But Buff Nation sees patterns. And this one is hard to ignore. This offseason, yeah. Coach Prime going to take a real hard look at everything. Everything. And if he decides to bring back a little Moe energy, a little discipline, a little structure, a little y'all gonna lift whether you want to or not, then hey, I ain't arguing, because one thing is certain, healthy Buffs are dangerous Buffs, and next year we need every soldier standing.